We're on the road. Where transportation goes, community grows. Welcome to On the Road with the MTA. And welcome to another exciting edition of On the Road with the MTA. I'm Jay, alongside with Stephanie K from the MTA.
Yeah, hey.
How are you doing?
I'm great today. How about yourself?
I'm doing good.
It was hot. It's going to be the last really hot day we've had for the whole summer, they say. And then I went to a chamber event. It came out. It was pouring rain. It's like, wait a minute. How did that happen? Then
Yay, cooler weather. Yay.
No, Jay.
Yes.
Well, we're here with some nice little, I think they're wonderful people in our studio. And we have Caitlin McLaughlin. We also have Rolisha Looney. Now, what do you guys want? You want the cold weather or the hot weather?
Warm weather. Please.
Warm weather, see?
warm
okay, what about
weather.
you?
Bring on the cold weather. I'm tired of being hot.
There we go.
I'm tired of being hot.
Oh, it's 2-2. Man, it was tied.
Yeah.
We had to ask the audience, what do they want? I want the hot weather. I love the hot weather. But I also like a hot meal, and who doesn't? And
Yeah,
we're talking
exactly.
The Food Bank of Eastern Michigan. That's where these girls are from. And Caitlin, what is your title over there now?
I am the development coordinator.
Okay, well, that's
So I plan all our fundraisers and events.
and you have some fun ones coming up, too. I know. And Rolisha, you just started in March. Welcome. What is your title?
I am the volunteer coordinator for the food bank now.
There's a lot of work there, isn't there?
Oh, yes, all the time. Trying to get people in, get food pushed out. So
You don't realize the need until you see people come in to get their food, do you?
absolutely.
What are the statistics? And here in Genesee County, like how many people actually need to get extra food every month?
Well, we have a long line at every distribution. So I don't have the exact numbers off
that's
the top
okay.
of my head, but every distribution we have a long line. People are lining up at like 6 a.m. for our distributions that start at
gosh.
10.
Wow.
When you say distributions, I've seen them all around town where you can like drive up with your car and get your car filled up with food. How many of those do you have around town? How do people find out about those?
So everything is on our website. So we service 22 counties and we have distributions that scatter throughout. We do have typically like 3 to 5 in Flint every,
Really?
sometimes more, sometimes less. It just depends on which partner agencies are setting those up.
Wow, that's a lot of food you're giving away, isn't it?
Yes.
I always wonder how to keep it cold because when it's hot weather like today, if you take that, maybe a watermelon or something else, it's supposed to be cool. I mean, how do you keep those things cold?
It's honestly just all of our trucks are refrigerated, so
are they?
that helps a lot.
Sure.
And it's just getting the food out as quickly as possible.
That's got to be expensive. They have the cool trucks and the workers take it out there and the food that you supply. How do you get these things paid for?
Mostly fundraisers, events, grants, donations. Yeah, that's a big one.
Yeah.
We do a lot of different programs. We have some that are government funded, some that aren't. These distributions, though, most of the time are not government funded. They don't have any funding. So we pay for all of those things. And last year we gave out 30 million pounds of food.
Oh,
Wow.
my land. That's incredible. Yep. Well, now, when I worked in the radio station, I would do a lot of promotions for you guys, and I did hear where $1, if Jay gave you $1, you could make that into $16 worth of food. Is that still the case?
It's $1 equals 6 meals is what we typically
Okay.
do.
6 meals. Okay. Yeah.
Wow.
Yep. So 6 meals. What we always tell people is if you walked into the grocery store and bought a can of green beans, you're probably out almost $1.
Yeah.
So with that $1, we could produce 6 meals because of our purchasing power.
Wow. Well, I know I like to donate whenever I can because I just know it goes to a great cause. And I had a friend who didn't even have transportation, which we're in the transportation business, but just before I worked here, I said, I'll take you. And I was a little embarrassed. I thought, I hope they won't think it's for me. And I thought, well, I shouldn't even think that way because one day maybe it would be for me. But they didn't make me feel embarrassed. She was in the car with me. And I want to say it's for her. But she, I'm sure she was embarrassed too. She didn't say anything. But they were so kind. They said, how many families? It was just her. So they put it in our trunk for us. We didn't even have to get out of the car. I thought, this is such a nice opportunity. I had 2 young girls I was raising when I was younger, and I had no idea this existed. Maybe it didn't back then. Did it? I don't know. My kids are grown now, but how long have they been doing this?
So the food bank's been around for over 40 years.
Well, then it would have been right.
So I don't know exactly how many distributions we were doing at that point, but we've grown substantially in the last. I know we grew into our second building in 2016. We just purchased the building across the street, which will almost triple our distribution power. So that's really going to impact the amount of food that we can bring in.
And you have social media now. I mean, that gets the word out there. I didn't have it back when the kids were little. We had maybe a pager if we were rich, and we wouldn't have one of those even. But no, now also too, I work with the vice president right now for the Genesee Valley Rotary, and they will do this, the community services, and a lot of times they will say, okay, this time we're going to go to the food bank, and I've helped that too. You sort food. That's where I learned, and you might like this, Jay. If a can of food might say best if used by October 21st, it's actually 3 years past that that's going. You can actually still eat it, but it says best if used by. So
Right.
it's not. Yes. So you girls are looking at each other. Is there a problem with that one?
Nope. Everything has a different shelf life than it does like a best by date. So like a lot of times milk is usually good for like a week or two after, but I want to say it's about 7 days is when it's still good after the best by date.
Yeah. Well, I mean, they said the canned goods and the boxed goods were a little bit different. The boxed goods, I think, good for a year after, and the canned goods, they said, were 3 years. So we're sorting the food, which kind of made me sad that people are giving you expired food already. It's like, if you're giving it to the poor, don't give them expired food. But that's what they're doing. So they said, this is still good. We can put that in this area over here. So the food doesn't go to waste. You guys use it as much as you possibly can, which I like that too.
Absolutely. And we also have relationships with composting. There's a compost company that we work with, local pig farmers, composting of cardboard.
Really?
We all of our pallets are repurposed.
Nice.
We try not to throw anything away.
Very helpful. I know. I love that. Well, now we were talking about, that's why you came in, is the Empty Bowls event. To me, that is one of the best events around town. I have a girlfriend that lives in Linden. One lives in California. They always try to come together so we can go to this event every year because it's just such a great event. And Jay, you said you'd not had a chance to visit.
Nope.
Well, I think it's about time.
I think it's about time we change that, right?
Okay. Yep. It's called Empty Bowls, and you said you want a full bowl.
Yes, it go from an empty bowl to a full bowl.
And that's the purpose, right?
Yeah, so the idea is that you always have that, you leave with a handcrafted pottery or glass bowl made by the Flint Institute of Arts. We actually have some donated this year by the Midland Center for the Arts.
Oh, it's growing.
So
nice.
we are growing. We're getting bowls from different areas because the event is growing. But the idea is you leave with that bowl as like to keep it to remember
Memory.
that some people don't have a full bowl.
Yeah.
But what's really cool about the event is we have you leave with a full meal of soup, bread, and dessert, and all of the soup and the bread and the dessert is donated by local restaurants.
I know. I saw that. And once the soup is gone, it's gone. So if you think that tomato biscuit is the best, eat it right now if you're full because it might be gone.
First come, first serve.
And then even Uncle Ray's there with ice cream.
Yep, during the lunch shift,
That
he
was
is
so
there
nice of
for
him.
ice cream. He does sell out. So
I know. That's why I wanna
give
get
it all
there.
out. So the earlier you get there, the better. We do have our 11 to 12 slot. I think last I checked, we had 8 tickets left. So it is
really?
Yeah, so it's
gonna be busy.
sold out.
Yes. Well, that's the time people have their lunch. And that's the time I'm going to be there to help serve. So you're going to need me serving.
Oh, yeah.
I will do my
So you're going to be serving?
I am.
Not just no incentive for me to be there.
You don't know what am I putting in your soup. There's so many different delicious soups to choose from, too. You don't know which one to have.
Oh, yeah. We have 10 to 12 soups out at any given point, and we try to have a really good variety of soup.
And you do label them well. Right above the servers, it'll say this is from cranberries, and it's a chili or whatever you have to serve. So that's always nice. And talk about the bowl. It's so hard to decide. Your bowls are beautiful. It takes people a long time to decide what one they
Oh,
want.
you get to pick one.
You
Oh,
do?
cool. That's
So
great.
when you walk in the bowl room, we always joke that people spend more time picking their bowl than they do eating their soup.
Absolutely.
We have 20 tables that are full of 60 to 100 bowls at each table.
Yeah.
So you walk through and you pick one up and you're like, maybe. So people spend a lot of time in that room.
You should videotape it because I know people pick it up and they walk to the next one, put it down, pick up another one. They have 2 in their hands and I'm which one do I want? But they can buy an extra one, can't they?
Yes, yep. So you can buy up to 2 additional bowls per ticket.
Oh, that's nice. And it's $30 ticket.
$30 ticket, and the extra bowls are $25 a piece.
Oh, that's not bad. So you get all the soup that you can possibly eat at that time that you're there. You can stay all day if you want. And you get the bread, and you get the crackers and pop and water, and the desserts are to die for, too. The desserts have a full room full of desserts.
Oh, yeah. And Fireside Coffee will be there with their coffee as well.
yummy.
So, yeah.
Yum.
Really
Love
good
coffee.
So it costs $30. You're going to get the bowl. You're going to get the food. You're going to get all the yummies there and entertainment because you have live music.
Yep, we'll have a DJ this year.
So
Oh, you're not singing? Oh, that's right. You're not related to Sarah. Oh.
Sarah McLaughlin, yes, I know. She loves animals too. So $1 buys 6 meals. So you're talking $30. You're going to buy 180 meals. That's incredible.
That was some quick math.
Yeah, I've always loved
She
math.
passed math class. Very
Well, it's
good.
just 3 times 6, so it wasn't too difficult. But no, that is a really amazing buy. That's wonderful.
And for us, all of the soup is donated and all of the bowls are donated. So
And the bread too?
Most of the bread is donated. Sometimes we just buy a little bit just to,
to give back, sure.
to make sure that we're feeding the people that come in. But
Sure.
just about everything is donated. So.
What about the band?
So we didn't do a band this year because of the acoustics in the warehouse.
Yeah, it's so loud in there.
Had some just it doesn't sound the
Or
greatest.
the DJ then.
Spread.
I mean, that's
Yep. So the DJ will be back this year, and he's putting sound in all of the rooms.
does he volunteer his? Is
Yes.
that,
Yep. So the DJ
Wow.
donates their time.
well, let's give them some
Pretty
credit.
nice.
What's the
Yeah,
DJ's name?
Exit 675.
Don't think I've ever heard of them. Have you?
So
Sure?
it's
Exit
Don
675?
Belcher. Yep.
What's his name?
Don Belcher.
Don Belcher.
Okay.
Of course, I'll be doing that after I eat my soup and stuff. Wow, well, that's really cool. I want to give everybody credit who actually donated. So, who are some of the restaurants we can expect?
So we've got Hoffman's, Deco Deli.
Love
we've
them.
got Churchill's. We've got
Cranberries back,
I'm waiting on her to get back from
Okay.
vacation. They've basically said do it again.
and she
but-
ran out right away because her stuff was so good.
Oh
I know.
yes, yeah. We have a lot that do it every year. I'm just struggling off the top of my head.
Oh, that's okay. I
But
can't remember them
we've
all
got,
either. That's why I asked.
We've got a long list. I think right now I have 90 gallons confirmed.
Wow.
So, how do you keep those hot? I guess you can't really. can you?
So we actually pick up the soup the day before, and it's cold, and our kitchen has to warm it up as it goes
okay.
out. So sometimes if you walk in and there's an empty pot, it's because it ran out before they could warm more soup up.
Oh, okay.
Because obviously we're not going to put anything out cold. So
No,
it's
no.
all warmed up fresh right before it goes out. And is
Nice.
maintained to that temperature.
And let people know there's no takeouts.
Oh no,
No,
Nope.
because that would be a nightmare. I know. It's like, no, thank you. Can't even offer that one. Just eat as much as you can while you're there.
Especially
Right.
Yes.
Especially during that lunch shift, where it's a little bit of a chaotic fundraiser.
Sure.
But everybody really enjoys it.
So I know you said the busiest time right now is from 11 to 12 because you only have 8
Yes,
tickets
yep.
left. What's the second busiest time? Because you have from 4 to 7 too. Is that get busy then?
Typically, it's a little bit slower in the evening. Our next highest purchased right now is the 12 to 1. So
Well, that's what I'm going to be there. It's going to be extremely busy.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
okay. I like to have people. I like to help out. So it'll be
typically, we get about 80% of our attendees in the first that lunch shift.
Wow.
So
Well, we're so close to each other. I have a 4 hours meeting here at 10 o'clock and usually done by 11. So I'll come right over and I'll start helping you girls until I have to leave to go my physical therapy on my arm. I have tendinitis.
Oh, that's not good.
I know it's not. It hurts.
That's because you've been punching too many people.
I think that's what it is. I know I
That'll
think
do
some
it.
eating and drinking too much. My arms didn't. Yeah. No, but I'll definitely be there to look forward to it. Because a couple of years I have helped to serve, which I like. And then a couple of years I also helped with the, I did both. I went in and did the demonstration with the food. That's happening again too, isn't it?
yeah, so we have Chef Nate back this year.
Oh, he's fun.
Yeah, last year he did 2 really good demos. This year we're doing those again. We're actually he's coming in. I think it's the week before or a couple days before Empty Bowls, and he's doing a food demonstration with the kids that he teaches.
Oh, wonderful.
So they'll be making the soup that he's then donating back to the event. So
That's
we'll
nice.
serve the soup that they make
Yeah.
at the event as well.
Now, have you been there for that? No, if you got there in March, you've not seen that one yet.
This is actually going to be my first Empty Bowls event, and I'm excited. Everyone talks about it because, if you've been in the warehouse before, like everything is set up for
Yes.
volunteering and that kind of stuff. So we wipe the floor entirely clean and set up for the restaurant, that Empty Bowl style. So I'm really looking forward to seeing that change.
You better wear some tennis shoes because you're going to be running around.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Hey,
It's
you
a
can get,
busy day.
your step count in that day.
That's,
That's right.
And there's also a silent auction there as well, right?
Yes, yes.
That's a nice thing too.
We'll have a 50-item silent auction as well as a 5 to 10-item chance raffle.
Oh,
So,
okay.
all of those are, we've got lots of really awesome donations by the Flint Institute of Arts, Art in the Market, some really fun local artists that have done some different pieces for us.
Nice. Well, my mom had just passed away, and she had, I told you, a lot of stores, gift stores, and she has some like music boxes and crystals and stuff. So I will try to see what I can't find and give it to you. Would that help at all if you had those to donate?
We'll take anything.
All righty. I'll try to bring some stuff over to you.
Okay.
It all helps. So it looks like fun. So anything else you guys have going over there at the food bank? Is something else?
We are going to be starting our holiday box season about the end of October. So we'll be looking for a plethora of volunteers because it is the busiest time. Because usually holidays are people struggle.
Sure.
So we're looking for volunteers for Monday through Friday, Saturdays, really anytime anybody's willing to help out, we will take any group of people.
Well, if somebody's listening, they do want to help out. What would their jobs be? Like, what would they be doing if they came in?
So like I said, holiday boxes, just packing different foods and stuff like that, supplemental income boxes.
So you would tell them, take one of these and one of those so they would know what to do.
Absolutely. So we have a couple different areas set up. They'd be on a reclamation line, sorting through things like that, making sure that like box food gets with box food or like breads gets with breads, that kind of stuff. Nutrition bags, which is similar to a holiday box. There's specific foods that go into it that we process out. Like we were talking about earlier with the agencies and the food distributions, volunteers are really the way that we're able to get so much food to our partners for these food deliveries. So if we don't have the volunteers, we don't get the boxes out or the bags out, and people don't get the food that they need.
So if they do volunteer, what would their responsibility be? Because if they just say, look, I only have like 2 hours on Tuesdays I can help, you'll take anything, right?
Yep. Absolutely. Anytime anybody's willing to come in, we'll take them. All I got to do is give a call or right beforehand say, hey, I'm going to come in. I've got an hour to spare, and come in and we'll get you to work.
So anytime during the day, Monday through Friday, you can walk in and say, I want to volunteer. You'll put them to work.
Monday through Friday, 8:30 to 4:30. We do reserve like late Wednesdays, usually the third Wednesday of the month. It's like a late night for us. So you'd be able to come in after hours from like 4:30 to 7:30, like a group of 10 or so. And then Saturdays are building up pretty quickly. That's also from 9 a.m. to 12 p.m. Typically groups of 10 or more, but I do have a lot of groups scheduled already. So pretty much anyone that wants to come in, we'll take them.
I was thinking like Boy Scout troops or Girl Scout troops or something like that. Because I know the Genesee Valley Rotary, we do it, I think, once a month on a Wednesday evening.
Yep. I just talked to, I want to say George, and we scheduled all his until February.
Yes.
But I do also have a Girl Scout troop coming in the end of October. So we're going to do a cute Halloween theme for them.
Fun.
They're filling it up. We got about 120 of them coming in. So
that's great.
It'll be fun.
Well, it's a learning experience because, you met some people, fun people, when you're volunteering, but I also learned that I don't have to throw my stuff away when it says best if used by. It didn't say don't use after. It just said best if used by.
Yep.
Might lose some flavor or something, but it's still good.
Yeah.
You still eat it.
Just add some salt.
Oh, I love salt. I could just eat a salt block. I know. I love that. It's bad for you, though, I know. Well, you girls have been so informative. Thank you. I can't wait to this. I just love the Empty Bowls event. So I will be there from 11 to about 1. I have to leave. So put me down. I will see if my ex-co-host, former, I should say not ex, my former co-host, Mike McDonald, said, let me know when you're doing something. I want to get back together with you. So I'll invite him.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
that would be great.
All right, CEO Ed Benning has helped me in the past, but he is so busy that day. He's doing the tiny houses. He's working with the Catholic Charities. It's a busy day for people.
Oh,
So
absolutely.
I'll tell him about it. He'll probably come by when he has a moment, but
Absolutely.
we'll make it happen for you girls. You should come help too. Come have your lunch there.
Yes, I think that's a good idea.
You got to buy tickets ahead of time.
Tickets.
Go
And
online now. If
Yeah.
You want that 11 to 12.
right. And MTA actually is providing the transportation. Right, they're going back and forth to help the people get there. So for parking, it might be too far away.
Yep.
Yep,
So
and
we
it's on
have
Thursday, so
several
it works good.
buildings. So we have several buildings for the food bank. So with the parking, we like to have the trolley available to transport people from parking lot to parking lot. We have a lot of seniors that do attend the event that have been attending it for years.
Yes.
So there's no reason for them to have to walk from our other parking lots.
Tell us exactly where it's located. It's not right on the Lapeer Road. You got to turn around the corner, and it's located at
1939 Howard.
Where there was a wild dog running around when you found this morning.
Oh, yes.
But she called somebody come and get it, so he is safe now. That was good.
Absolutely.
So you go over the railroad tracks. You have to turn off of Lapeer Road onto that's not Howard there, is it?
Yeah,
okay.
Howard Avenue.
Go over the railroad tracks and turn left into the building. It's a huge building.
Yep.
Plenty of
Yes.
parking.
Our Hunger Solution Center.
Awesome. Okay, well, cool.
And it's a big 2-story building. You'll see all the parking signs. You won't be able to miss it.
I've been there. I know where it is, but yeah, I want to tell other people. And you were so kind because in the years past when the drivers were there, because we had to take 2 shifts too to help your 2 shifts, you invited both of the drivers to come in and have something to eat and get a bowl, and they really appreciated that. So thanks for that. That was
Very
nice.
cool.
I know. Okay, well, if there's anything else you want to cover before we kick you out of here?
That
Say
might
goodbye.
be it.
Okay. Well, come back next time we're doing something else, maybe closer to the volunteering at the end of October. Might get some more volunteers for you.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right, so thank you for being a guest on the show. And Jay, what if somebody else wants to be a guest? How do they do that?
You know what? All you got to do is just send us an email.
And what's that email?
Well, it's podcasts at mtaflint.org. That's it.
Or just email me. Ask
Or you just call Stephanie and say, Stephanie, I want to be on the show too.
I'd say, okay, come on.
Or you can call me, but the thing is, half the
answer.
time I'm not at the desk. So
I know. Well, my email's S as in Stephanie, Confer, C-O-N, F as in fabulous, E-R. So it's sconfer at mtaflint.org.
There you go. So you can get a hold of us one way or another.
That's right. Well, come on in. Yeah, every week we do something really special about the what's in the community, something free or beneficial or helpful. So keep listening. We thank you for listening. And listen each week to On the Road with the MTA, Jay and Stephanie K.
You've been listening to On the Road with the MTA. For more information on our services and community outreach, visit us online anytime at www.mtaflint.org. And be sure to follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube. The MTA, your community, your connection, your way.